because it's another Camilla versus random map thing here, and I'm gonna be showing off the little builds real quick. They're not the best. They're mostly just their generic builds, really. Again, like I've said before, when I've used them, the only one that's really built up is the first New Year's Camilla. I've kind of changed her around a little bit, but that's besides the point. Also, if you end up seeing me kind of struggle with the map a little bit, this is because I did this in one take. This was like my first go at it, unlike the other one I did with the Birdman, which took me a little bit to find the right groove. But I hopped in here once to do the hardest difficulty, and I cleared it with them first try. So if I'm kind of struggling poking at the units, forgive me. But anyway, I just wanted to take the time, since as of, not recording this, but as of today, when I'm sitting down to the commentary portion, Fire Emblem brought out what they're doing for their 2nd anniversary. So I thought I would just take the time, since this is only like a few minutes, talk about that a little bit before the later half of this video goes into it, which is technically the future and the past, when I do my summons for Duma. So anyway, now, so, their typical stuff, the login bonuses, the ×2, the daily rotations of special maps, and then also the rotations of some older banners that are sprinkled throughout the different days, which I get to do Plebmas again, so hopefully better than last time. That's all I can say about that. And then also they brought up that we get 2 free seasonal units, but I don't really care for how they did it, because how they did it is there's a certain pool in all of them. You get 1 shot of the banner. What colors you see is what you get, and you get a random one. So heaven forbid I don't know, I'm trying to think of the top of my head, like I get a random, like I'm going for blue, because that's probably the best color for me for the first set of them, and I just get nothing reds, and then I get Summer Leo with nothing on or off. Great, cool. And the next thing, it's kind of like, I guess Choose Your Legends again, but except with regular units. You get to play on this little map thing, find the unit that you want, pick them, and then vote for them, and then at the end of the voting session, the 4 most voted units will get like a little Choose Your Legend thing, and you get to pick from one of the 4. So, if they're good units and one of them I don't have, I can gain from that more than I can gain from the seasonal, unfortunately, because the seasonal is just kind of a roll of the dice. So, I wish they would set up something, because they have rail system to pick the free, like, Tempest Trial and Grand Hero Battle units. So I was hoping they would do that for the seasonals. They also have this weird new mechanic for, I think it was what, Dragon Root, Dragon Grass, something, to boost the stats of certain units, and hey, make your units a little bit stronger. It's always a cool, neat idea. Nothing bad about that. They also brought up the whole removing the Bane off of units by giving them a +1 version again. That always sucked for me when I pulled like a minus attack or minus speed like I normally did. But with this little fix, if I can, get another one maybe on a freebie or something. Like, for example, I just pulled another Loki, though I didn't really want the other Loki. There was this banner that came out that had Levitain, and why am I derping on her name? It's Crom's Crannon's wife, Samia, that's it. And I said Crannon, like, combination of Crom and Cannon. Forgive me for the screeners there. But I spent way too much orbs on that. But hey, at least I got rid of the pay-to-lose orbs, and now it's strictly free-to-play orbs again. Not feeling as dirty anymore. But I spent way too much only to get a Loki. Hey, it fixed what nature my Loki was, but it nature plus defense minus speed, which sucked. What you gonna do? That's the game. So I'm getting excited for all the freebies that we're getting for the 2nd year of it. Next video, you guys see me on Fire Emblem wise. Don't really know. Maybe us. Well, besides the 12 days of Plebmas or however long that's going on. But maybe the seasonal, depending on who's there. But it's definitely going to be Choose Your Legends from the winners, because the ones who won were both Micaiah and Camilla. So I definitely want them both. Don't know when they're coming out, but definitely going to be saving up and doing a summon session for them. So again, Bam finished off with the Camilla squad yet again. Not going to do one for Duma. I know his battle's out right now, but I ended up using great old Phoenix Master 1's free-to-play guides because I'm an idiot. So, but there was my fun attempt using units that I wanted to use. And now we're going to go back to the future past and see the Duma summons. So, have fun, guys.
The world of special place. Cherish life and never waste.
Everyone loves a sunshiny day. We're gonna keep it that way. Cause clean is better than dirty, and dirty's meaner than clean.
What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy Coops, and I could have sworn that I said I would be cutting down on the summoning videos. Like, I was so butthurt from how the Tharja things went that I was going to put the summonings to the side and focus more on gameplay, and yet I'm going to be here for another subpar summoning video, you may ask. Why? Or you're probably not watching this, is a more likely thing, but I guess I'll go ahead and kind of explain what's going on here. So I do have these orbs to burn, and most of them are very evil, pay-to-lose orbs, because I caved and bought one of the New Year's thingies when they were here. Because, see, well, that's the focus for today. I'm going to explain more of that as we get to it. Not that one, not that one, not you. We'll get there. Hold on. Because this banner wasn't the greatest. Even though it was seasonal, and I love me some Fates because I'm a Fates pleb, it didn't really intrigue me too much. Yeah, I still got little Elise here on the first circle, but that's besides the point. I felt I could go into the New Year's and try to get either Levitain, more focus on Levitain, or Fjorm, one of the two. I went in 150 later, didn't get nothing, and had to cave in by the pack, and then one circle later got broken by a Dare Drain. Oh well, at least I had gotten the unit, so that was the important thing there. But the main focus of today is going to be this guy, who is a little bit surprising that he's even shown up, but then again, Mythic Hero is going to be more focused on godly figures of Fire and Duma. Now, normally, for you guys knowing me back when I did do the summoning videos regularly, I'm more of a waifu hunter, and he's a dude. Why am I summoning? Well, I mean, his color looks good. First off, Duma himself looks really good with like his skills and stuff. Could be really helpful for freaking cancer raids, because I have so much trouble playing cancer raids. You don't even know. I hate it. It's like the worst mode in the game. I wish they would just cut it out, but it's here to stay. It's just here to make Arena look better, I guess. But then again, I'm half dumbass too, and that time restriction of 7 turns doesn't help me any. But not only Duma's in colorless, but Loki's there, and I do need a better Loki because mine's -6, so getting a copy of her would be good. And Summer Lean, or Leanne, Lind? I think it's Lind. Went through all sorts of names and just now got her right, Lind. From the second summer banner, so I won't have to worry about like Takumi blocking her off. I only have to worry about Loki and Duma, which to me are better options anyway. But before we even dive in, we have to make the most evil team, you know, besides Camilla, according to most people, to summon the Dark Lord Duma. We first need Duma's faithful servant, of course. Who could forget? Lovely Fallen Celica. Then we got the Dark Lord Stalin coming in as well to help with his dark energy. Then, sharing the same colorless mentality and dragon, the Fel Dragone Grima. She was probably... oh, there she is. The Fel Dragone Grima. And last, probably the most evil of all of them, Bunny Sharena. So we're about to go in here. Hopefully I don't use too much, but then again, I don't really care a whole lot because we are having the anniversary coming up, and I imagine they're going to give us a lot of orbs. So if this ends up being one of the bad legendary banners for me, I could break the pity. But if I end up not, I'm going to have to start to learn to not care, because again, like I mentioned, I want to focus more on not summoning, but like the gameplay and stuff, and then actually complete more games on my backlog. That you're gonna see, guys, gonna see a lot less from me, because Kingdom Hearts 3, at the time of recording, this is actually out, and I started it and I loved it. So let's go ahead, but I am gonna put this in the ether because I think it would be funny. because for the longest time, Shadows of Valentia, the game he's the final boss from, I've put it down, put it up, put it down, put it up in terms of playing it. I'm going to put this in the ether. If this first circle, Duma, you show up, I'm going to stop Kingdom Hearts, and I'm going to finish up Shadows of Valentia. Let's just put that in the ether and see what happens. No, Gray, he didn't care. So the second option color for me would be blue, because I liked Cliff from there. Dancing Ryoma was a good pick for me. And then Merges of Tiki would be nice, but it's just going to be a 3-star, so who cares? Yes, the old project of plus 10 Jaken. So speaking of games, I did finish, you guys probably don't care, but I'm going to talk for topic anyway. I did end up finishing one game starting on 2019. It's a rather older game, but it's one that I picked up on sale. It was Knights of Azure. Kind of a Dynasty Warriors type hack and slash with RPG elements. It had like 2 lesbians, think Citrus. It's pretty much Citrus, but with swords, really. I enjoyed it for the most part. Though that final boss though can go suck some major ass. That final boss was just ugh. I had to like grind to the max level just to beat it because again, I suck at games. So of course I would have to take the time out of my way to grind to the max level just to beat it, and even then I struggled. And now I can remember why I hated summoning from Colorless again here, because it's just a shit show for Father, and so far we've been more 3-stars than 4, which I feel is surprising because normally when it's a banner I don't super care about, I do well, but that's not looking like it's gonna be the case here. Big yikes. And then red and green are completely useless to me, so. And then again, this is also another reason why I need to, like, dive back into not caring as much. Because, you know, when the summons don't go my way, I was throwing money at it, and I'm an adult. I got bills to pay. I can't, like, put it on a mobile game that may or may not be here in a few years, you know. I gotta focus on, like, real games. And so far, the summons are not going the best. I mean, we just started, but again, normally theory with me and Alex is when he's had a really off day, I normally do really well in something else. And I don't know if something's happened right now to make it better, but that's not showing itself so far. Alright, 2 colorless. We'll go in. I don't know how I'm going to play this. It just really depends on what gets summoned, really. I didn't want to dip too hard into this banner. I really just wanted to try and get just 1 5-star and then hop out. Whether it be Loki for a merge, Lind for a new unit, or Duma for the brokenness. I'm happy with either or, but I guess the priorities would go Duma, Lind, Loki, something along those lines. I'm not sure. But this is looking a lot like Christmas. Nothing but 3 stars. So, and then again, that's what the legendary banners do to you sometimes. You get in this downward spiral of cucking. Again, I was really hoping this would be like super quick. I mean, Kaze is good fodder. That's cool, I guess. But yeah, speaking of what I mentioned before, Kingdom Hearts. Starting off with Kingdom Hearts, I just finished like the first world, didn't get too far into it, but it is so surreal playing that game right now. It's just like, whoa, am I really playing the new Kingdom Hearts right now? Because we've had like the old, we've had just 1, 2, and then the spin-offs for so long. It's just like, what? Oh, good, alright. Well, if this is Cliff, then it's like, okay. Or anybody else from Blue, I guess. It could be somebody else from Blue. What's gonna happen? Alright, it's that Astria. Alright, already about 50 in, got an appearance rate of 9 already. Not looking great. Looking like how normally legendary banners go. Yeah, but this one I wasn't planning on being the greediest. I just wanted to get a 5-star and get out. And we got the boy. Okay, that wasn't like super amazing, but that wasn't awful. Wow, okay. We got the Dark Lord. It worked. I'm a little bit baffled right now. Well, I guess I'm done with the summons, but since we have a little bit of a raid, I'll open up the one colorless and the blue. And there's that beautiful anima blessing. So we have our man Duma. Now, I'm surprised. He's probably a really terrible nature, but I gotta admit, Josh Petersdorf. Oh no, he's Ganondorf. No wonder why it sounds so evil. But the guy who does his voice is fucking like, I'm not gay or nothing, but that's like sex incarnate, dude. Like super sex incarnate. Alright, so good. I'll get to keep about 100-ish something orbs for next season or whatever comes up for the New Year's. I will go ahead and burn. Might pick up the green too, I don't know. We'll see what happens, because green normally has a good chance of dropping something, and I need 2 units from there. So, we'll see. We'll see how I feel. We'll deal down to about 141. Yeah, we'll pick everything except the red, because I have everything in red, so I don't need it. If we get anything bonus in the circle, end this off very strong. Just another Claire merge. I think I already have her at this point, plus 10. Because she was one of those plus 10 projects that were forced upon me. Because back in the days when she could pretty pity break, I got her as a 5-star, so I was like, oh, look at all those like different green units you can get. Alright, finish it off. Let this be Lynn, because I still don't have a green legendary hero. Lynn, let it be beautiful. It's just little chicken. That's some renewal right there. Some KFC little renewal. Okay, so about 50-ish, 60-ish orbs for one Stein Star, and it was the main man, the one probably everyone's after. I can't complain. We take that. We take that to the bank. So I'm gonna stop here. I didn't mention it before, but there was probably a little video from the past put ahead of this because I didn't think it would be that long, and I don't think this video ended up being that long anyway. So again, hope you guys with this legendary banner went swimmingly well. You didn't get too desperate to me, to where you felt like you need to buy orbs. And if there is those people that feel like they need to, kind of like how I was for a little bit, and I'm trying to like cut that down a bit. Because I think the most crazy I did get was buying that stupid Levitain bundle that I really shouldn't have. And I think it's gone now, so hopefully you guys didn't really do it either, because it was a little bit costly. I'm not going to say how much. I don't want you guys to get interested in that. But, I mean, I could still afford it regardless. But, just, it's a game, you know? I'm going to be rambling at this point, but don't feel the urge to, like you need it. Because you really don't. It's just the mind games of like the characters that you really need. Because heaven forbid, if I had a pity rate, I was just gonna be like, okay, let me go play Kingdom Hearts. Because at least I have that now to kind of vent my frustrations to, and that's kind of what I want to do. For me, is get more backlog done, and if things do go south, I can vent my frustrations out to the game backlog that I'm playing. But safe to say, I ended up with a victory here with Duma, but then again, I mean, I think the majority of them were paid orbs, so I think the paid orbs are slightly rigged in favor, so it didn't feel as great to pull Duma as opposed to free orbs. I don't know the algorithm, but I know I'm ranting at this point, and we're just seeing this man like stare into our souls. So just to end us off, Celica, are you super happy that your god is here now and he can shower you with praise? Well, you feel like you have nothing special, but don't worry. Duma's going to make you feel special. Alright guys, well, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoy the semi-slight rant. I know I tried to get into topics, but then I stopped midway. Maybe, hopefully, with more gameplay videos, I can talk in depth more about the things I hinted on. Like, I do really want to take more time to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 and Knights of Azure that I played. I mean, overall, I like Knights of Azure and Kingdom Hearts 3 as being amazing. But maybe I can get more in-depth with them with some other gameplay videos I have planned on pushing out. But I've kept you here too long. You already saw what you needed to see. I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm going to take that and probably minus attack Duma. I don't know. But, thank you guys so much for watching, being patient with the sporadic uploads. I know it's not the best, but then again, at the end of the day,
We're not getting paid for this kind of stuff. It's very choppy, like I'm doing this on a potato computer practically, and you know, it's more of a hobby. I have a job that I need to focus on and get that money and keep my house. So that's the most important thing. You guys understand who are younger when you get to that adulthood. Trying to be a child and enjoy the life as much as you can. I mean, I'm trying to still keep that childlike fun within me, but it's really hard sometimes. I don't know. Ramblings of an old man. Maybe I'm going through a midlife crisis and I'm not even at the point to get to the midlife crisis yet. I don't know. Let me go before this gets really dumb. It already has. What am I talking about?